What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond, and I'm back with an all new episode of Love and Hip Hop Miami. I'm freezing. It's cold. Oh, fall is here. Fall is here. Anyway, we see Suki. Suki's at either her house or her friend's house with her cousin and her two friends. The cousin instantly zoomed in on his forehead. He's sweating. What's going on with that? So she's preparing for a court date, and she hopes for the best because she says she hired the best lawyer in all of Miami, all of Florida, and it's been a little rocky between her and Bill because it flashed back to the conversation they had in the car, the argument that they had, and she got advice from her mother because her mother said that she had to teach her husband to how to treat her, and they're all better. But you can't teach a man how to treat you. That man's supposed to automatically know how to treat a lady. Hence, as he gets older, hence how he knows what to do, what not to do. He can't be the age that he is, and you have to teach him. K. Michelle, you can't raise a man. You know what I'm saying? You can't. He's supposed to have that type of vision on how he wants his lady treated, how she wants her to be loved and held. You can't give him tools or like give him manuals, but what you probably can do is conversate and communicate what you like and what you don't like and what you wish he would try to work on. That's what you can do. Can't just train them. And then she advised them a marriage counselor because they never had marriage counseling before. And it's the best thing that they can do so they can go ahead and use the tools that they have so they can work on having a better relationship. So her lawyer called. She got charged with assault and battery. And get she could easily get a year. And she said it's so crazy how I can get a year in jail for defending myself on my own property. So they're preparing for a non-guilty plea, and they want all of the state to hand all the discovery, police statements, police reports, videos, photos, camera footage, all that type of stuff, so they can go ahead and prepare for her case. So they asked, how does she feel? She's numb. She doesn't know what to feel because something like this could make or break, or it could really affect her freedom. But she's gonna fight. She's gonna always fight. Now that she got the charges, she now knows she could be facing. But moving on, Trick Daddy, he's in the studio with his son Jaden, who was on Family Reunion this past season, and he wanted to not go to college and just pick up the mic and be a rapper like his father. Trick is being supportive, but he said, I'm not putting no time, no money into this unless I know what he got, unless he tells us what he really wants to do. If not, he's going to college. And I like the fact that Trick didn't want his kids to follow in his footsteps as far as being music, because it is a dog eat dog out there. You know what I'm saying? It is a hard come up to make it into music, to be successful in music, and to still make money in music. And either way, his son makes a song. I couldn't really hear the words, but the beat sounded cool. And Noriega pops by to give the kids some support, give the kids some credit, make them feel good. Um, why am I lost at? Yeah, and about the challenge of being a rapper, you know what I'm saying, and what comes with it, all the work we gotta do to get to where we at. It's not easy. So then it flips to Nori telling Trick that he wanted Neri to have another baby because he missed out on a lot of pivotal moments, a lot of firsts in the kids' lives, because this is the first time in 6 years that he is able to stay home for the holidays. All the holidays. Usually, as they were getting older, he was coming up in the game, he would just pop by and leave. But now he came with Drink Champs that puts him down for a stationary position where he can be home. He can do things. Sorry, y'all. That's my son. He might sit by me. I hope y'all don't mind. He might sit by me. He likes when I do this. But yeah. So this is the first time in 6 years that he's able to stay home for the holidays, not just dip in, dip out. So because he has a job that pretty much puts him in one place, he could be here. But I don't think he likes it. And considering the fact that this is, I had to rewind it so I can understand. You mean to him this is your first time in 6 years that you stayed home for the holidays? That's what you're trying to tell me. This is the first time in 6 years, or you mean tell me in the beginning of 6 years that you stay home for the holidays? You know what I'm saying? Let me understand exactly what you mean by that, because
Oh no, I'm tired.
So he's trying to convince his wife to have another baby so he can start over because he never had a chance to be that dad. That stays home, helps out with the kids, go to their games. He just came up with this thing to being a provider, and that was it. But I still don't see what bringing a new kid is supposed to do. I don't know what that's supposed to do. That doesn't make any sense. Why bring a new baby when you are still a father to the kids you have now? You can still develop a relationship with your kids and be that father. Yes, you missed out on some years, but they're still here for you to still develop a relationship. A new baby is not going to fix that. It's going to make it hard for Neri and easier for you, how it always is. Then it switches to Trick telling him about the Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather fight. Yeah, I remember that fight. It was all over the blogs and everything. And he's going to be performing at the weigh-in. So he's going to get a lot of money just showing up for this. He said, no, not yet. Trina. This was supposed to be her and Raymond's spa day, but in the midst of her arriving to the hotel, she gets in the elevator, she gets hot, and she's starting to faint. And while she passes out in the elevator, she gets to her floor, she wakes up in her room, and she doesn't remember anything. She blacked out. The producers and the makeup artists telling her what happened. Well, after you blacked out, you didn't wake up until we got here. So she's like, what's going on? Like, I just got hot, I got claustrophobic, and I just blacked out. Raymond found out because the producers told him. But he wanted to ask what happened after that. She couldn't give him all the details. So he's in the dark about what actually happened to her. But he also knows what could cause it. She's been working every day. She's been waking up at 6 every morning from Monday through Thursday. She's traveling Friday through Sunday. And she has the verses coming up. She has a lot of appearances coming up. So she is really working to the bone right now. And her body is reacting to her working to the bone, hence why she passed out. She has so much work on herself. And she needs to take a break. But she wants to complete the things that she's already have been preparing to do. The verses is the biggest thing and she cannot miss it. Her verse with Eve. So she wants to complete it. And when she feels like all the things that she's done has been done, she'll feel like it's worthy to take a break. I feel like she needs to take a break, period. Because she is working like crazy.
Mom,
Granted.
Mom. That can help.
Okay. Because after that, the pandemic, after the pandemic, she really was loss of work. Okay. Move
Mom.
on. What?
Like this.
Okay, you can't dance. I'm doing a video. Watch out. Sit back. Yeah. Ace. Obviously, Ace is still feeling, Ace is coming home, finding his wife back from Orlando because she went on a roller coaster. She went time for herself. She didn't tell him nothing. And he felt like in the conversation that they had, it kind of got ended abruptly. There was no figuring it out. It just ended. And he felt like as a couple, we should express ourselves and we should, communicate better. I found that funny because as she was trying to express herself to you, you didn't like what she heard. You shut down and said, let that be that. So instead of her trying to beg you to open up because you're not that, you don't know, you're still battling being emotionally available, emotionally supportive because you never had a chance to express that, she ended it and said, you know what, I'm done. Take it to myself because he's in this serious mode and he doesn't want to talk to me and I don't want to do this in front of cameras. So get this mic off me. So since the conversation was so intense that they could not figure it out, she just left. And he tells her when the mics are on, she becomes a different person. She said, no, that's not true. When the mics are on, the cameras are on, you turn into Ace Hood. The celebrity, the hard version, the serious version, the superstar. That's who you turn on the cameras. Not Antoine, the man that I married. And since you are known to be more of a spotlight, you don't know how to share it with someone, especially a woman. I'm your wife. And like he said, he is used to being a star. He's used to the cameras and the spotlight being all about him, so he doesn't know how to break out of that character to be himself, basically. And, she just feels like, either way, I want to separate from me being just your wife because I feel like I'm nothing without being introduced as Ace's wife. It's always Ace and Sheila and Ace. I feel like I can't find a separate entity, a separate identity for myself. And I don't want me to be buried in just being your wife. So at the same time, it's like she says, when it comes to me expressing myself and I'm not acknowledging that I'm expressing myself, I'm not being understood, then I'm not going to be speaking on things if I'm not going to be understood. I'm going to be just keeping quiet. Being married to a celebrity is hard, and Ace felt like, considering what you went through to be married to me, it is a lot on you. And I did not recognize it. I did not take it. I did not, see your part of it. Did not see your feelings in it. And she said, I didn't think that you cared, because you don't show that all she does by being your wife. You don't show that she does a lot to make sure your life is still good, your kids are good, your business is good, without giving her the credit that she deserves for being with you, especially when it comes to your mother. My son, y'all, my son. my son. And, he did not think about how much she endured being married to him. I can't push the button yet. I can't push until I'm finished. So either way, they both came together and said, as long as we have these conversations and we understand each other's parts and we get through it, that we don't have no issues early on. Because Sheila said they're both creative, they're both flexible, and they both want to make it work. Okay. And they both love each other. Neri, she's excited about her juice bar coming. She found a new contractor who is definitely getting her permits in on time, getting her the building done in a much better timely fashion. There's still some things getting done, but at least it's coming up. The vision is coming to life. She got some shirts that she got, and she wants Nori to wear it at Drink Champs. And she likes the fact that he's being supportive of the juice bar. But even though she asked him, can you pick up the kids from basketball? I can't. I got Drink Champs. Okay, can you pick them up Thursday? Nah, I got whiskey tasting. You can't give an inch, can you? Can't even give an inch. Like she said, even though he's supportive of me being a businesswoman with opening the juice bar, but he still expects me to do the duties at home, which is not cool. It's not right. So he talks about, like, I support you being a businesswoman and everything, but, I believe there's still a window of opportunity for you to have another kid, and you're not getting any older. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? I feel like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? It makes no sense, because apparently they've had conversations years ago about having another kid. But in that mindset, she wasn't prepared for that. And of course, she's still not prepared for that in this mindset, because she's talking about, listen, when it comes down to the baby, that's the hardest stage. He said, no, it's not. The puberty is the hardest stage. No, that's the part that I like. That's the independent stage. They could clean, cook their own food, dress themselves, wake up. That's independent, where they don't have to bother me. Being with a baby, I'm on that baby's time. I'm on that baby's schedule, and I can't find no space for myself. I'm all about the baby. And he said, listen, you ain't got to worry about that. You can leave and I can handle the baby. Really? You can? Because I feel like once the baby comes, you're going to be gone. Because she going to still, she said, while you were gone, it was all on me. So if the baby was to be here, it's going to still be on me. Because how is it you want to have another kid, but you're not taking any ownership or taking any responsibility of being a father for the kids you already have? You want to be involved in their shit now. So what is a new baby going to do? And I agree with her in the confessional. Him bringing up this baby is a way for me to it's a way for him to control me and keep me at home, which is true. It's true, because like I said, I missed the first steps. I missed the first birthdays. Okay, I get it. You were a working husband. You were a star and all that type of stuff. But you're now in a position where you are stationary. You don't have to be gone all the time. You can come up with a way to be on a timely schedule to stay home with your family. You can, but you don't want to do that. So then, of course, she says she's seen growth in the past few years, but there are some things that he still hasn't done. He refuses to get his license. He doesn't cook. I don't know if she said he doesn't clean or something like that, but he needs to step it up before another child comes in his picture. And I agree. Like, it's nothing wrong for you to still put the effort into helping her out. You can't pick up the kids. Get your license, sir. And then, no, I'm going to get to it later. I'm going to get to it. Because I don't like that. What does a new kid's going to make it hard for her? Do you not know? Because he feels like it's a small window. It's a fast. No, it's not. It's not a small window. 9 months is a long process to have a child. And also have the child after that. It's a long process for someone to break out and find herself again. That's a long process. So for her, she's saying, I'm happy the kids are older. It gives me the freedom to do what I want to do as being a businesswoman. I ain't got to worry about it. They good. Anyway, Bobby. He's meeting Joy. He calls Trina to find out how she's doing, because she's still working. She's going to take her IV drip, get her vitamin B up, vitamin C. And Bobby feels like she's taking on a lot more work than she usually do. Her schedule is crazy. And hearing that she fainted, I do believe she's taking on a lot of work because she haven't fully grieved the loss of her mother. So Joy happens. Joy happens. Joy comes in and he tells her that she fainted. She didn't know that she fainted. Yes, and she tells him she's always been so headstrong. We were little. She was always the stubborn one, the headstrong one, the strongest one. And he doesn't like the fact that she's working herself to the bone for this because she hasn't grieved the loss of her mother. She needs to take time out for this. She's working too hard for this. So then he didn't want to bring up his father because his father's been locked up since the 90s when he was a kid for non-violent offenses. So his cousin, Trina's brother Snoop, texted him and said there's a way for your father to get out because he did non-violent offenses. There's a way for him to get out. So he's not really entering this conversation because he felt like his father was ashamed of him and he wasn't there. And why does it have to be on me to give a possibility to want to to have a conversation and possibly help him get out? Why? For what? So he gonna reach out anyway to find out more about what Snoop knows. And they don't want to tell Trina because Trina does not fool with her father's side of the family. They have some secrets, some issues that she doesn't fool with. But Joy tells him that's separate. What Trina has to deal with what Trina has to deal with doesn't affect what you have to deal with your father. Y'all have two different stories. So what you have to deal with won't affect her because it's not her business. It's yours. What she has is different. So go ahead and find out. Trick Daddy, he's at the weigh-in for the fight and he performs it. And he says that there's a chance that I get 50 large just for showing up for a fight with Floyd Mayweather. And he slaps me and I wake up with a lot of money. Sign me up. Sign me up because he told his kids I would never sell my soul. But for 50 large, trust and believe. I could have Floyd Mayweather slap me and I wake up and say, give me my money. So he performs. Obviously, it's not his type of crowd. They're just standing around, not really feeling it. But Trick was like, listen, at the end of the day, I'm getting paid. Whether or not they don't appreciate my music, listen to my music, dance to my music, I'm getting paid for this. I love performing my music. So it's all good. Bobby, he's at the pool house with Snoop. He tells him what's going on. And there is Florida legislators that are signing up a petition to get all inmates who've had nonviolent offenses. So he wants Bobby to get a lawyer because Bobby is the breadwinner of his family. Besides his sister and his mother, Bobby is the main one that has the most money. So they want him to get a lawyer and pull up his father's file and get a way for him to get out. So obviously, Bobby is feeling some type of way because he's very resentful to his father because he felt like he wasn't there. He didn't take care of me. My mother took care of me, and that's who I'm taking care of now. I don't know who this man is. This man did a whole lot of fucked up shit for his family. So I feel like I should give him a chance for that. So then they pull up his father's rap sheet. His rap sheet is long as hell. He did a whole lot of petty offenses, a whole lot of grand theft, a whole lot of burglary, all that and then some, which is crazy. And Bobby was like, you can't tell me this man didn't do these things. He said, no, that's what they said he did. At the end of the day, this man did not do all this, provide for his family. I don't think so. So why should I give him a chance for this? Why should I give him a chance to come into my life for this? For what? And Bobby started to cry. And he was like, listen, I feel so resentment for this man. You don't even know. And apparently, there is a letter that his father wrote to his aunt. And he's thinking about considering reading it. And that could maybe change his mind about seeing what his father has to say. Nori, he's at the whiskey tasting because he has this favorite type of whiskey that he likes called, that he likes called Dragon Whiskey. So he was on Twitter trying to find out exactly where he can get it from. Turns out it's the same place he does Drink Champs in, called the Drunken Monkey. No, that's Ant Drunk Champion, Drunken Dragon, something like that. So he tells the guys about his wife opening up the business and that he's very proud of her and he wants to do more. And they said, all right, cool. But I'm also about having another baby. What? Tell me what brought that on. Well, I missed a lot of things. I feel like a new baby would be worth it. You sure? That's a lie. You sure? Because I guess. because when he was involved in his kids' lives going to the basketball games, the boys felt embarrassed because he was that boastful dad that was calling out the refs, calling out the fouls and stuff like that. They told him, "Don't come around no more." But he want to learn how to be quiet. He's going to learn how to be more, not so out there, because he wants to be, supportive. But of course, his friend said, "All right, that's cool. Will you be willing to give up this, aka the alcohol?" What?
Dancing.
No, okay. The alcohol, because yes, wait for the button. No, don't push it. No, don't push it. So yes,
Mom,
yes,
button.
no. So at the end of it, they would say, "Will you give up the alcohol?" He said, "What you mean? I mean, you trying to be supportive. You're trying to help her out with the kids. You're gonna need to be sober for this, and you are paid to drink. That's what you do for a living." You get paid to drink all day, every day, but you're gonna have to come up with a way for you to not drink like that. When you want to help her, when you help your wife out, and if she was to have another baby, you definitely gonna have to not be on. You gonna have to be on a binge or something, a fast or a whole cold turkey regimen of not drinking if you want to help her out. And his friends were like, "How long do you think he can last without drinking?" They say 5. He can't last 5 days. They say, okay, he could do it, put his mind to it. I don't know about his mind to it. He says he can, but I don't know about that. I don't know if Noriega has the will to just give up the freedom that he has to drink early in the morning, to talk about music and shit, to get picked up by Neri because he's too drunk and he doesn't drive. So at the end of it, I feel like I don't know if he'll do it. Because that is his main objective, is to drink. He gets the license to drink at every morning. Neri picks him up because he doesn't drive. He can't drive. He doesn't have his license. So he needs to get driven everywhere. He needs to be chauffeured around, which is not good. It's not healthy. Too much liquor for your liver. Either way, I don't think that this is a good idea for him to want to put pressure on her having another baby. When at the end of the day, it's still gonna be falling on her to do everything, falling on her to feed it, falling on her to change it, because you gonna get upset that it's messing up with your time to go to Drink Champs. You gonna still be selfish into it's make sure you still do what you can do, while she has to do everything else along with her asking you to do one thing: help me around the house, help me with the kids, make it better for both of us to do what we want. But you not, you put it all on her. I'm done. Bobby. He sees his aunt. He reads the letter. His father was very, I'm open. You know what I'm saying? I want to establish a connection with you. You don't have to hide nothing from me. Because he felt like I don't need to come out to him because I never looked at him as my father because he wasn't there. So why would I give him the satisfaction or the courtesy that I coming out to him? But since he says he's open to love him, whoever he is, whatever he is, he's crying. He never thought that his father loved him as much as he did. So he never wants to be a point where he says he never gave his father a chance. Like his father could die in prison and he never gave him a chance. Apparently it's been a lot of hurt since his grandma passed. And the father said, "I don't want to be here and another relative of mine dies." So open for another communication, open to talk. Suki. Suki is at a marriage counselor session with the pastor. The first thing I thought was, why did Suki wear that latex dress? This is not being appropriate to a pastor. And that dress was so damn short, boobs out, legs out. I'm like, oh my God, Suki. So basically, God is important. God is the forefront of their relationship, which I can understand. God first and everything. Shush, shush. And the pastor wants to know why you guys here. What's going on? They're going back and forth with respect and they love each other, but yet she reminds him, "You called me a whole bunch of hoes the other day, and that's not good. Listen." She said, "Listen, Your Honor." He said, "That's a pastor. Listen, I call him what I want. Your Honor, listen. I know he loves me. I know I love him. Even my friends was telling me, why am I with a man like him? He from the streets. He's no good for me. I didn't care." And there are some things that they're still learning, but then you want to start disrespecting me because you get in your bag. Don't disrespect me. Get right. And then she brings up how he gets massage parlors because his back hurts. He's beating his meat off to porn all the time. And he said, okay, I don't want to ask for infidelity. But then she said she wants some dick, obviously. Like the vulgarness of them talking to this pastor was so uncomfortable. So then, I'm not one of your little hoes. I'm not your baby mama. I'm not one of your little hoes you're dealing with. You're going to respect me. They're both hurting. The pastor, we need some holy oil for this. And he said, listen, he don't even pray over his food. I pray over my food. I'm going to taught him how to pray. Because he ain't in the streets no more. So then it's like, listen, you got to get past all talking over each other, talking at each other. She said, listen, I will stand up for myself. That's what the women in my family do. We don't allow men to play us. I'm like, okay. So obviously, do y'all want to get married? He said, I don't know. She said, I never wanted to get married to him. And that was the end of the episode. And he said, I think we need to pray. I'm done with this. I was laughing because I was like, first of all, it's very uncomfortable that y'all are talking like this in front of the pastor. And then I don't know what's going on with y'all because y'all relationship is spewing over the internet. Bill just got a tattoo of you on his leg to get you back, make you come home. I was like, is this even a real session? Anyway, y'all, I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I have no idea what's gonna happen with them because I feel like this is all for stunts and shows. Because I don't know. It's like I thought Bill was good for her, but now I don't know what's going on. I feel like Suki, what are you doing? What are you doing? You say you never want to get married to him. Then why did you go through all of this about how you're gonna have another baby? You guys are one. Y'all gonna name the baby Sharknado? What the hell? What was going? What happened? What happened? I don't know. Anyway, that's all I got. I'm gonna see you guys later. Please stay tuned for the next video. Bye.